Welcome to our Fireside chat to celebrate the International Girls' Day. Give a round of applause, please. Okay, so today we're here to explore how women, especially young women, challenge expectations, understanding how leadership is, and yeah, let's have a brief introduction of our guest today here. Can we start from Miss Silvia, please?
Yes, I'm so pleased to be here today. I'm Silvia Danailov, and I'm the UNICEF Representative in Vietnam. I've been here for 1 year, and I'm so passionate about human rights and child rights and love this country.
Okay, next up, Hoa, please.
Hello, my name is Phuong, and it's so nice for me to be here today. Currently, I am a senior at university. I'm advocate for environmental education, and also I support youth engagement in policy. Yes.
My name is Nguyen, and I'm very honored to be here as a youth advocate at the intersection of gender and climate change. And that is something I'm passionate about, enhancing youth understanding of climate policies, especially for vulnerable groups.
Okay, and I'm Tran Hong Duong. I'll be moderating today's discussion. So yeah, let's have another round of applause. Okay, so yeah, let's have a kickoff. We will go straight away to our first question. So women are expected to lead, to care, to take responsibilities both domestically and also in the workplace. So how can young women challenge these expectations and really redefine again what leadership is? So everyone, let's have each own answer here.
Who wants to start first?
Young women who need to be empowered to speak first.
Okay, so yeah, let me speak first. Okay. Thank you, Duong, for the questions. I think that women, especially young leaders right now, we are put under immense pressure of being everything at once. Like women leaders have to be powerful, but yet expected to be gentle, like assertive, but expected to be likable. I think we should define the leadership, defining in a way that women were not doing it all, but we were doing it together. Like sometimes women leaders, especially young women leader, we may not have a wide range of experiences, but we have the potential to facilitate the workload, to inspire the team, and to create a momentum that can lead the team, lead the community to move forward for our purposes.
Oh, that's an important point. Yeah, let's move on to Hawaii. How about you? Another young woman.
Another young woman. So building on top of that, I think it's an excellent point. A lot of people think when we talk about women or young girl empowerment, we are talking it in excess because we can already work, we can already, be part of the team. But what people tend to miss is that we are expected to be a leader, expected to be in a role of responsibility at work and also domestically as well. And I think that's the point that Hoa was excellently making. And the important thing is, and what I've been trying to practice also, is that to know how to say no, especially when it comes to assumed work from the societal norms for young girls. Like you're not supposed to stay late at work, let's say, or stay up late for school, and then also expected to cook the dish for your entire family when your brother or your dad are just there and are able and willing to help you. And I think that's a very important skill to, lean onto.
Yeah. Another incredible point. How about Miss Silvia?
I'm inspired with what you're saying because I think even though I'm a bit older, unfortunately, when I was also younger, I felt the same pressure on me to conform to the norms, what is expected. So in my case, I married and had children later because I was passionate about my work. So I think it's very important to know what we're passionate about and to believe in oneself. And in that case, I think we can have it all. family, if we choose to have one, a career, roles in communities, but there is a time for everything. And I think being able to say no, as you say, being able also to acknowledge that there are different types of leadership. And, if we are assertive, doesn't mean we are aggressive. If we know what we want, doesn't mean we're stubborn. We're just determined. So having trust in ourselves is extremely important. And I think I had that when I was younger. But I am happy to hear that you acknowledge that. And there is a way to go to have balance in life.
Yeah, and I think building on top of that is it's the first step to saying no, right? Like you have to really be confident in what your boundaries are, what you are okay with, what you are not okay with, to really communicate that to your family members, to your friends, and that yes, this is my current responsibility, and that's it. Like even though things are expected of me, but I will not do that due to my capacity right now. And I think it's one excellent way, and also it's very hard. Like it's very hard to really balance all of those while being in the society that follows those.
Wow. I think that you guys have all taken up my point. But I understand here that we all have to understand our boundaries, understand what we live here, what do we living, like for the means of what. Yeah, we have to understand that. We make balance ourselves and then we're good to go. Yeah, right? So yeah, let's moving on to the next question, shall we? Okay, so let's have a briefy introduction. Leadership isn't something that just happens. So it must take through learning and also experiencing so that we can really define what leadership is in our life. So everyone, thinking about your own journey, what skills do you think that has made the biggest difference in your journey? And also, how did you figure out how to use them effectively? Yeah. Sylvia, you should start first now.
Yes, so for me, maybe 3 points. First is to know what your passion is. Your passion, not what people expect you to be doing, but really what makes you click. What is your meaning, your goal, and really have that as a compass, because sometimes it's not what is expected. Is not to be like prestigious, I don't know, doctor or economist, or do that being an artist. So there are different ways, but know one passion, know oneself. Second is to find people who support you at any point. When you are already more established, or we are all leaders here, but how can you have your network of people around you who know you, know what your passion is? You are able to articulate where you want to go. So finding allies. I had mentors in my life. I had sisterhood, a lot of also women, girls, younger girls with whom we exchange, and being able to ask for support. And the third point is really to try to find ways to be quite balanced in what we do. Leadership is not just professional, it's how we lead our life. For me, I invest a lot in my self-care, even though, I have family, I have the work, I have positions in community, but how we take care of oneself, well-being, because that builds resilience. I do meditation, yoga, everyone has a passion, but we have to invest in ourselves because no one else will do that for us. We're the only one to invest in ourselves, and we need to take care of ourselves.
Yeah, I think there's a quote that I heard that I remember until now, is that everyone's the best for you, but you have to want the best for yourself. And that really clicks to me, because I realized that, yes, whenever I consult my friends about, advice, I can choose to hear them or not hear them, but then their advice always come from good intentions and what they think are best for me in their eyes. And what do you...
Okay, so to answer the question from Xuan, I think that one skill that have made a big difference to me is active listening. Early on, I think I have thought that leadership is about speaking up. For example, when I search on the internet leaders, everything will like a leader who was speaking in a conference somewhere. But it's not only about speaking up. It's also about create a space, an open space for other to speak up, right? So to listen is to understand the to understand the true frustration or hope or ideas of other people, and also like it's a way of connect with others. So when I try to learn to like active learning, active listening from others, I can not only build up my skills, my knowledge, but also understand others, connect more deeply, and therefore the work will be like smoothly. Yeah.
That's
Right.
wonderful.
Okay, amazing skills have mentioned. I don't have anything more to say here. I think we should have a quick one and let's move on to the third question. So, yeah, leadership can be really tough. So, it can take and also courage and also experience and support to build up. So, everyone, what kind of support from friends, institutions, or family? What kind of support do you guys think that can help girls and women to thrive in leadership?
I think as young girls and women, especially, I'm speaking as from a perspective of a Vietnamese young woman, I think it's very easy for you to be discouraged when you speak up about your leadership desire or your desire to just lead change, to contribute or lead in any environment, honestly. Because I remember so clearly, I was told by a taxi driver that asked me what I want to do in the future. And whenever I told him it didn't matter, he just ended it with, oh, you should probably just get married to someone rich. And when I hear that, I'm like, you're not my family member, you're not my friend. Like, your words should not affect me. And I think it's your, yeah, I think it's your personal capacity and just to reflecting on what Sylvia said, to really trust your mission, trust what you're doing, and trust your identity, and that you're strong enough to uplift that an identity in the community.
Next up, Ms. Sylvia.
Okay. So to me, a support system is important for girls. Thank you, Hong Anh, for talking it out. And also, I also want to mention that it is important for organizations and institutions to intentionally and systematically create an open and inclusive space for young girl and women leaders to work, like to lead, right? Because leadership is not just about, I mean, the support system for a sustainable leadership is not just encouragement. It's also about the equity. That means women have enough time, resources, space, and the recognition to thrive.
Can I add one small point on top of that? I think it's very important to know that although a lot of safe space are created for women to join the group, let's say an event on climate, but then you don't really see a lot of women in the decision-making role and the leadership role, and that's why we gotta show young girls that we're not only there as a participant, but as an active actor in the process as well.
And what you're saying rings so much to me because it's really creating the support system and lifting each other up. Because who will give the space to young girls? Who will provide them support if it's not other girls and other women? Because sometimes it's not always easy. Of course, men, boys need to be part of the change. And so for me, really, the support system, being surrounded by those who believe in you, but also being a role model to others. Because we can always lift others up. We can always create that space. And it's not only the girls, it's also the boys who support the girls. We always say, the girls supporting boys and vice versa. We have to have this movement. But really, not discouraging, not giving up. And that takes not just one individual, but a community around us.
Wonderful. Again, I have nothing to say more, but yeah, I think, well, yeah, of course, our time is up as well. And yeah, I think that's all for today. And I hope that everyone in the room will leave in feeling a little bit more empowered to take in leadership. Thank you all for today. We did amazing.